I'm not going to be silent because you feel differently.
I didn't tell you.
And I don't.
But the zombies didn't have to be... The zombies... But I don't do this to...
I was making a point. You failed to recognize the point because I said... Because you got triggered by me bringing the conversation up and making a point between business and how you go about it. Because that's something that relates to... okay, we can also have it in a way that, you know... Where we like, okay, how are they... if it's just money. If they're reporting right now that Nick Khan is all about money.
Yes.
The head guy.
Yes.
I, as a fan of wrestling... I'm like, okay, how are you going to use this bag and create art? That's all I'm trying to say.
I mean, but
I'm like,
that's
all
not
right.
Nick. That's.
And that's where I have a disconnect with you, man. Because at the end of the day, you still
yes.
You still gotta put on a show, and you still gotta say, hey, are we gonna let the money tarnish the fucking show? And I feel like they did, and that's it. I feel like they did at that moment. So I was making a point as to like, listen. New Japan coming in. How is it gonna be?
I don't think that one decision. That's the disconnect. I don't think that one thing that is the disconnect. I don't harp on the one bad thing, and that is why I got triggered. That is why I got upset. Because me and you have
harping on it. Because I didn't mean to get into that conversation.
I know.
I mentioned it to make a point about New Japan, though.
I get,
but that's my opinion.
Bruh. Okay.
Okay.
Like, your opinion. I was just, again, there are other business decisions, like moving to Fox, like NXT going to USA, that we can bring up. Because the zombie thing didn't hurt the pay-per-view.
Yeah, we don't gotta talk about it. I got it. Yeah, it didn't, and I said that.
It hurt the match, but it hurt it creatively. But that's not my barometer when New Japan is brought up, and I'm like, okay, how is the bag going to affect the product? Because that one bad bag,
you're like, hey, it's money, I'm making money, it doesn't matter. I got it. I know the bag, you know, and I'm bringing it. I'm progressive conversation,
evolving the conversation.
You know?
Correct.
That's all.
Yeah.
But no, I see your point. You know, the zombies match, you know, it was a bag, and WWE, you know, go get your bag. Honestly, it's and they'll keep doing it. And they have done it before. To be honest.
And have made
and
great
they're doing
product.
it now, and they're doing that now with NJPW, and I believe that they're gonna do great with that as well.
I don't think money makes bad creative. I don't think money makes bad. I don't think money has overall made them make bad decisions where we feel like once they get money, they're inherently going to make bad decisions. That's the thought process that I'm trying to get past. When niggas fear that WWE is getting a bag, they fear creatively they're going to do something that they're not going to like when WWE has enhanced the product. Overall, AEW has enhanced the product by getting a bag.
It's not me, and that's the thing. Like, I can point out what WWE has a tendency to do that they do in the past without it being yes, they have a tendency to mess things up. It's not like I'm saying something that's not true. I know about WWE. Right. You know, it's not true that they use money and they do poor decisions with that money, and this guy, if he's chasing a bag like they do with Saudi Arabia, come on. And I've been this consistent on the pod this entire time.
Correct.
This is who I am.
Correct.
I care too much. Yes, I care. You know, I think we should care about how the money is used to create the product that we watch. You know, and if it's
let's talk about that. The money that they're making, they're releasing people. That does ethically, morally. We've talked about this previously. Like, we don't like to talk about the rumors of people, or we don't like to disparage the people who got released because, you know, that's a tough time. But yet we are excited about the new opportunities. You know what I mean? Like, so if we're going to be inconsistent, I guess I'm just inconsistent. I think my thing is consistently being inconsistent. You know what I mean? Like, I can't straddle the fence. personally, me, my opinion, Christopher,
Yeah.
Senior, I can't straddle the fence. You know, you said you've been one constant way on the podcast. I have been one constant way on the podcast as well. Getting a fucking degree for it. You know what I mean? Like, we strive for it all the time here within us internally. Mm-hmm. Our biggest thing is, how can we maximize creativity while also maximizing profit and revenue? And sometimes we, hopefully, we won't be faced with the dilemma or the confliction of being able to, of having to change our creativity for a price tag. And and me personally, I know that I have already done that. You know what I mean? Like, I have already conformed previously. So I can't say personally that I can afflict someone else from doing so as well. And I think that's where a lot of the fucking, again, personal things. I know you personally has not. You have never conformed yourself for money. And that right now is a great conversation to have when we're talking about evolution, because business-wise, you have to know that. You have to know where that fucking moral line is.
Yeah. And that's where everybody has that boundary. And when you get to that boundary with people, it pushes on, a real spot in them, like a real, ethically to my soul.
You can't fuck up the creative.
You can't fuck
up the creative
because you're getting it back. Period. And not to say they are or they're going to, but
they do have the tendency.
But they have the tendency.
That's the feeling.
That's it.
That's the feeling, right? They have the tendency.